They say the skies are friendly, but let's be real, not every person flying up there makes it feel that way. What was supposed to be just another smooth morning flight from Atlanta to Chicago turned into a moment that would mark a chapter in one woman's journey. On board Flight 482, a 34-year-old black flight attendant named Amina Taylor was about to face something far too many people know all too well: prejudice, thinly veiled at first, then loud and unapologetic. Now Amina? She wasn't new to the game. She wasn't someone who'd melt under pressure or shrink from a challenge. No, she was seasoned, solid, and stacked with grace and receipts. She wasn't just another crew member in uniform. She was a professional, a powerhouse, and on that day, a symbol of resilience in the sky. And guess what? She wasn't about to be pushed around. Hey fam! Welcome back to the channel where we break down stories of courage, fire, and those fierce comebacks that make you want to stand up and clap. Don't forget, smash that subscribe button, throw a like if this hits you deep, and tell me where you're tuning in from in the comments. Now, let's take off into this one. Airplane. It was a regular Tuesday. You know the vibe. Early boarding, passengers still yawning, everyone settling into their seats. Flight 482 was set to leave Hartsfield-Jackson at exactly 8:05 a.m. Amina had worked this route before. She knew the layout, the faces, the rhythm of this flight like the back of her hand. After 5 solid years with Crescent Airways, she'd earned her stripes, and not just by clocking in, but by earning the respect of almost every colleague she came across. Her uniform? Flawless. Her attitude? Even sharper. She treated every single soul on board with kindness, whether they were sipping champagne in the front of the plane or juggling toddlers in the back. Dignity for all, that was her motto. But on this flight, someone had other plans. First class was already filling up when Amina began her walk down the aisle, helping with luggage, checking names, keeping everything flowing. That's when she met him. James Rollins. Mid-50s. Sharp salt and pepper hair, high-dollar suit, and a swagger that just screamed, "I'm more important than everyone else here." Without even looking at her, no eye contact, no basic respect, he tossed his jacket toward her and muttered, "Put this somewhere it doesn't get wrinkled." Like she was some background extra in his story. But Amina? Cool as ice. Caught that jacket midair, folded it with care, and stored it like a pro. "Certainly, sir," she said. "Come." Unshaken. He didn't even acknowledge her. Didn't say thanks. Instead, he leaned over to the woman next to him and whispered just loud enough, "Guess anybody can wear a uniform these days." She heard it. Oh, she heard it. But she didn't blink. She'd heard worse before. But what she didn't know, what he didn't know, was that his nonsense wasn't going to stop there. As the flight climbed, so did his behavior, from petty to toxic real quick. Snarky comments, condescending looks, over-the-top complaints. "This service isn't what Crescent used to be," he said loudly, clearly aiming to get under her skin. Then he hit that call button. Once. Twice. 3 times in a row. Demanding a sparkling water like it was his royal right. And when Amina brought it, professional as ever, he had the nerve to sneer and say, "You finally figured it out, huh?" Now other passengers were catching on. A woman in 1B raised an eyebrow. A man in 2C whispered to his seatmate. People were wondering out loud, why is he talking to her like that? But then it happened. A minor turbulence warning came through. Nothing wild, but enough for Amina to walk through and ensure everyone was buckled up, devices stowed. When she got to Rollins, he was still clicking away on his tablet like rules didn't apply to him. "Sir, I'll need you to stow that and fasten your seatbelt," she said, cool, direct, composed. He looked up slow, narrowed his eyes. "You don't tell me what to do." "It's FAA regulation," she replied, steady as ever. "For your safety and everyone's." Then he raised his voice. "I paid more for this seat than you make in a month. Don't forget your place." You could feel the shift in the cabin. Silence. Eyes darting. Mouth slightly open. But Amina? She didn't back down. She didn't shrink. She held his gaze and said, with powerful grace, "My place is ensuring the safety of every passenger on this flight, including you. Please, fasten your seatbelt." And he sat there, waiting for her to flinch, waiting for her to fold. She didn't. Quick pause. Hey fam, real quick. A bunch of y'all are loving these stories but haven't subscribed yet. Come on now, it's one tap. Keeps you looped in and helps us keep telling stories that soar. Raising hands, now, let's finish this. Rollins finally clicked his belt shut, but not before muttering, "Unbelievable. Diversity hires run the whole show now." Oh no, sir. That was it. Amina didn't yell. She didn't cry. She calmly walked to the intercom and requested the presence of the lead flight attendant and the captain. Within minutes, both were standing at row 1A. Amina laid it all out, clear, confident, and without a drop of drama. He's created a hostile environment, violated multiple codes of conduct, and refused to comply with safety regulations. Rollins laughed. This is ridiculous. She's overreacting. But the captain? He wasn't having it. Sir, we follow strict protocol. Disrespect to crew members is not tolerated on this airline. You will disembark at O'Hare and won't continue your journey until this matter is reviewed. And then Rollins snapped. Do you even know who I am? Yes, the captain replied. You're a man about to be flagged on our no-fly list. And the cabin? Quiet applause. A soft wave of support. A woman leaned over and whispered to Amina, "We saw everything. You handled that with class." When the plane touched down, TSA was waiting at the gate. Rollins was escorted off. No cuffs. No drama. But it was clear he would not be flying Crescent again. Back at HQ, passenger emails came flooding in, messages praising Amina's calm, her composure, her professional fire. Some even offered to give official written statements. Crescent HR did a full review. And what did they do? They gave Amina their highest award in flight service, the Wings of Honor. But guess what? That wasn't even the end. 3 weeks later, Rollins made headlines. A LinkedIn post from a major exec at his firm confirmed that a partner had been dismissed after a misconduct investigation involving, you guessed it, an airline incident. The industry knew who it was. As for Amina, she got promoted, became lead instructor for Crescent's national training program on diversity and passenger conduct. Now she travels the country, not just teaching safety, but teaching self-respect. Because sometimes the boldest move, the loudest power play, is just standing firm in your dignity. And Amina? She never once raised her voice. If this story hit you in the heart, go ahead, smash that like button, share your thoughts below, and drop your city in the comments. And don't forget, subscribe for more stories that rise above the clouds. Cloud Dizzy.